All right, today we're going to talk about financial prep whenever you are buying a home. So one of the things that you can look at or you can work on is credit score. So typically a minimum credit score starts about 620. Depending on the financial institution, sometimes if you're wanting to get an FHA or a VA loan, they can go or accept as low as 600 and up for a credit score. Some of the things that you can do to build and improve your credit is to open a credit card. Make sure you pay that on time before the monthly payment is due. If you're able to go ahead and pay exactly the full amount each month, so that way you're not paying any interest if you pay the full balance on the credit cards. Try to utilize 10% or less for your credit card limit each month. That would definitely help. And then pay off, like I said, the full statement each month. So that way you're not going to pay any interest. Down payment. So it depends on the loan product. FHA starts at 3.5% down. The conventional loan can start at 3% and up to 20%, depending on where you go. And then later on, we're going to bring up some videos about each one of those and kind of walk you through each of those loans. The VA program, this is for active duty members or retired veterans. It's 0% down. USDA, this is for rural areas and income qualifications. There are going to be income qualification limits and is 0% down as well. Some of the documents that you're going to need, proof of income. So if you're W-2s, last 2 years of your W-2s, pay stubs, most recent 30 days. If you're 1099 or self-employed, we're going to need your most recent 2 years tax returns, all pages, all schedules. Also your assets. So we're going to need bank statements. If the down payment is going to come from a retirement account, we're going to need a copy of that account as well. Just depending on where the down payment and closing costs is going to come from. Other expenses that you're probably going to encounter, it's earnest money. If you're working with a realtor, they're going to explain to you what that is. And most of the time, probably I'm going to say 99% of the time, an earnest money is required, earnest money deposit. And it can start from $500 and I have seen up to $2,500 on earnest money, depending on the price of the house. Closing cost. So typically they start at about 2.5%. I have seen 5%. But there's also prepaids and initial escrow that you will pay, and then later on there's going to be videos about what a closing cost consists of. So stay in touch with us for that. Inspections for the house, if one is required, they're probably about $500 for the inspection. The appraisal. So typically it can range maybe $550, $650, $750. It just depends on the property location, the company that the appraisal is ordered from. Okay, so those are just some of the things to get you ready to buy a house.